Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about the advantages of dating 30 plus here in the Philippines. Stick around. Alright guys, so in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about this topic because I think for the most part a lot of guys when they come out here they have in mind that, you know, because most guys are in their 50s or 60s and before they get here, most are thinking, okay, I'm going to date a girl who's 30s. And I think when a lot of guys get here, they all of a sudden get on the dating sites or in person. And what do they see mostly? Like, for example, when you're out and about and you go see Filipinas working as cashiers at the grocery store or in the mall, or at the coffee shop, most of them are in their 20s. So that just kind of happens to be what you see and what's available, because the 30 and older crowd, for the most part, is already typically married and families, and they're already kind of settled down and off the market for the most part, in my opinion. And even on the dating sites, if you look through scroll through the dating ads, most of what you're going to see are in their 20s. And so again, I think a lot of guys do come out here and they say initially, okay, I'm looking for a girl who's 30 plus, better suits my needs, you know, more mature and more ready, more sincere and ready to settle down. And then they quickly see that mostly what's on the market, or at least what they can see visibly, is the 20-some group. And I think most guys then say, you know what, okay, you know, at 25, why not? You know, I can, so why not? And so a lot of guys just end up dating in their 20s. But I'm going to bring my beautiful fiance on, and we're going to talk a little bit about this topic together. All right, so we are just hanging out at the beautiful Henry Resort, grabbing a morning coffee before we run off and do our errands. And actually, when we met, Maya was 28, so she wasn't actually in her 30s when we met. But we met, and I was actually pretty thrilled that I met a girl who was not in her early 20s for once. And so I think there's quite a big difference, honestly. And do you think about what I said earlier? Do you think that's largely true, that like a lot of guys come here, maybe they want to date a girl in their 30s, but it seems like a lot of the workers, like who they're exposed to, you know, like out and about to meet. I mean, the Philippines, like you see the sales ads, or you'll see like help wanted signs that say in their 20s, or they have that age discrimination. So you'll see like a lot of the cashiers, a lot of the workers are in their 20s.
Well, the job description usually, if you're talking about sales ladies, is 18 to 25 usually, or 18 to 30 years old. But you cannot really see a 30-year-old because the competition is so much.
Right.
So there's so much. Usually, the 30 years old will not be hired because there's more younger girls who applied for the job. So that's why you cannot see much a 30-year-old working as a sales lady.
Do you think most in the Philippines, by the time most girls are 30, they've already kind of settled down or have had kids at least here?
In this generation, no. There's I know a lot of 30 years old, like my age, that are not married yet. But before, there's a lot. Mostly the 30-year-old already have 2 kids, 3 kids. That is already settled. So in this generation, not much, because it's different nowadays. In your 30s, it's still okay to be not married. It's still okay if you just explore and travel and do your own thing. And I think it's happening all over the world.
Yeah, times are changing for sure.
Yes, it's changing. So you can still
Yeah.
see 30-year-old single Filipinas. And before, women that are married are, if like my mother, like in our neighborhood before, women that are married in their 20s, they don't dress up. They just look like they are mothers.
Right.
Now it's different because even if you're a mother,
Yeah.
you are allowed, you will not be discriminated if you take care of yourself, if you look good. Before, if you look good here in the Philippines and you have kids, you will be considered like you are selfish because you are taking care of yourself and act like not
Right.
a married wife, act like not having kids.
No, like even when you go to pick up Janora, your daughter, from school, they have kind of like a dress code for moms, right? They say, okay, don't
Yes.
dress too sexy, right?
Yeah, but it's not for the people, it's for the kids because
Right.
you don't want to
Sure.
the kids to see that you're wearing like a
Short
prostitute.
shorts
Yes,
with- yeah.
you have to be a role model.
Right.
You have to look decent.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So, where would you find, like, if you wanted to meet a Filipina 30 or above in the workforce, is there any place really in particular, or you don't really see them, like, you don't see them at the malls working as cashiers and salespersons, or at the coffee shop, the baristas? It's usually in their 20s, but
Yes.
where would somebody go to meet a girl in her 30s?
I don't know.
Online?
Oh, yes,
Maybe.
because
Yeah.
it's a different time, babe. It's like people
Yeah.
work online. I know
Right.
a lot of people that work online as a English teacher, as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
virtual assistant, and people now are more educated. To be honest with you, because
Sure.
before there's like Filipinos prioritize education, so there's a lot of educated Filipinos, but now you don't really see them in offices.
Yeah.
In some are in the call center. You can find lots of call center
Call
women.
center would have an older crowd.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's still a lot, but majority is working online.
So go
Yes.
to the call center and find out where they all eat at or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're for most people. And what about the dating apps? I think that's probably almost the best bet for a guy who's in particular looking for
Yeah,
somebody
most
other.
people nowadays they go online. You can meet girls online.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you cannot meet. Very rare that you would meet a girl in a mall and start talking and dating. Mostly, people use online dating.
online. It's just
Yeah,
the thing
That's
of
how it is now.
yeah. And I tell people I still think meeting in person is best, but combination of online in being here in the Philippines, because if you meet somebody online, then you can just simply say, hey, let's meet at the mall, or you know
Yeah,
what I mean? But if you're in the US, I think it's kind of a
yeah. I mean,
sure.
some foreigners would go online even if they are not here. You know, just to meet Filipinos, talk to Filipinas, but they're not really wanting to meet. They just want someone
Right.
to talk to.
they just want to play, and so
Yeah.
for sure. Do you think, because I know in the 20s before, like if you were 25, you were already considered, wow, like why aren't you married already? And is that kind of going away, or is that still kind of around if you're 25?
Still
And
around.
yeah,
Like if you're in usually it creeps in when you are in your 25th years old.
considered older.
Yes, because actually I feel the pressure before when I was 27. So I feel like I need to get married. I had Janora when I was 23. So about having kids, I already feel like I fulfilled that part. But
Right.
getting married here is like a big step
Sure.
in your life. Like
Just
here,
forever.
yes, like here in the Philippines, the main goal for most of the people is to finish school,
Yep.
to settle down,
Mhm.
to find a work, decent work, and then settle down after, and that's it. That's the normal
Right.
cycle of life here.
Yeah.
Right. It's here we don't really like after going to college, finishing college, I'm gonna go abroad and travel. No, it's different. Here it's like finishing school, finding a job, and then getting married.
Yeah.
Yes,
For sure.
that's it.
Do you think between your current age, 30, and when you were in your early 20s, do you think your mindset and your maturity have changed a lot, or do you think you're still?
Yeah, I think I've matured.
Well, I obviously you have, but I mean, do you think it was like a big difference, like from when you were in your early 20s, just your
Yeah,
mindset and everything?
yeah.
What do you think the big difference is
The-
from a guy that's dating a girl in her early 20s and a girl who's 30?
I think my mindset before is like just enjoy life and date. But now in my early 30s, even in my late 20s,
Yeah.
like 28, 29, I already want to settle down
Yeah.
and have a stable life. That means like
Yeah.
stable relationship and not just like dating and
Right.
dumping each other after
Right.
if we
Right.
don't feel
It doesn't work
yes
out.
if
Yeah.
it doesn't work out. Now I want to have a permanent home, permanent partner that I would grow old to, and
Yeah.
and also in my choice before I would want to date someone that is just likes to have fun and travel, but
Yeah.
now I want to date someone that is wanting to settle down,
Right.
that wants to spend the rest of my life with him and
Yeah.
have the same interests. Before I would date, even if we don't share the same interests, that's fine. It means I could learn something from him,
Sure.
but now I want someone that I could talk to, share interests like
Yep.
movies and music and goals in life, because
Yeah. For sure.
it's very important if you want to spend the rest of your life with that person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
So, guys, there you have it. If you want a girl in her 30s, honestly, if you get here and your boots on the ground and you're walking around the mall and other places, it's hard to see out in public really a 30-some and older, because they're in different places. They're not the ones out working in the malls and stuff that you visibly see. Probably the best bet still is online for that. And
I don't know if that work, walking in the mall and meeting girls would work.
I suppose it works for some, but they probably get approached by a lot, so it's probably...
You need to have a thick face to do that, I guess. But I don't know if that works at all.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll let you comment down below, and has it worked for you or not. But let us know down in the comments, what age you're looking for, and or maybe what age you are with and how it's working out. And if you're looking for a couple of good dating sites, there are links down in the description. Highly recommend them. So guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.